Welcome back. This question for death rate, study of A is 17.04, study of B is equal to 16.88. This question, town B is healthier than town A. So town B is the lesser answer that we can call as town B is healthier. Let me start the fourth measure of mortality, that is called infant mortality rate. I think this is the fourth measure of mortality. So here, infants nothing but the children aged between less than 1 year. Infant refers to children aged less than 1 year is called infants. So this is the medical word. I mean, this is a science word. This is not a commerce word. Infants nothing but the children aged less than 1 year. So what is the definition of infant? The infant mortality rate is defined as the average number of infants' death per 1,000 live birth in a year. It's a very important definition. Infants mortality rate is defined as the average number of infants, nothing but children aged less than 1 year or first year birthday, the boy or girl, the first year birthday, death per 1,000 live birth in a year is called infant mortality rate. The IMR is defined as average number of infants' death per 1,000 live birth in a year. So that is called infant mortality rate. Infants means children aged less than 1 year, right? Note that it's a very young fetal of baby. This one, right? It may be a first year birthday, or it may be 1 month baby. Some diseases the baby will die, right? Or else 2 months, or else 3 months, or else 9 months, whatever it may be. But the children aged less than 0 to 1 year, it means the baby live in earth below 12 months. I mean, the 12 months that is surviving the baby, otherwise the baby will die. So that is called infant mortality rate. The formula, note that infant mortality rate is a measure of the risk of death between birth of a baby and its first year birthday. Yes, definitely there's so many causes to the baby will born. So because of that, sometimes there is a jaundice also, sometimes there is diabetic also, by birth only the possible, right? Many things, even recently the corona also is possible to come, the whether the pregnancy woman affected by corona, even baby also there is a possible. So in that time the baby will die, so that those cases we can call as infant. What is IMR? Number of death among infants in the year divided by total number of live birth in the same year multiplied by 1,000. Infant mortality rate is equal to number of death among infants in the year divided by total number of live birth in the same year multiplied by 1,000. I repeat, IMR is equal to number of death among infants in the year divided by total number of live birth in the same year multiplied by 1,000. So after that, we are going to discussing now that is called neonatal mortality rate. The first of all, we go for what is neonatal means. The baby aged just less than 28 days. Only the live in earth just 28 days. After that the baby will die. I don't know what are the many causes are there. We can discuss that in the coming day. So neonatal babies mean the babies aged less than 28 days. So that is called neonatal babies. Neonatal. The neonatal mortality rate is defined as same time of infant, same type of definition. Average number of neonatal death per 1,000 live birth in a year is called neonatal mortality rate. I repeat, neonatal mortality rate is defined as average number of neonatal deaths per 1,000 live birth in a year. The baby live in earth just 28 days, less than 28 days, that is called neonatal mortality rate. And note that most infant death occur within the first month of birth in India. So NMR is 32% thousand in 2010. Recently the Indian census was conducted for 2010. In that 2010 there is a 32% of infant babies are died per 1,000 individuals. So here note point, 60% of infants death are equal to neonatal death. It's a very important point. What is the NMR formula? Total number of death of neonatal babies in the year, the total number of live birth occurring in the year multiplied by 1,000. I repeat, it's an important one. So what is the NMR formula nothing but total number of death of neonatal babies in a year divided by total number of live birth occurring in the year multiplied by 1000. I repeat, what is neonatal? The neonatal babies means age less than 28 days. Formula NMR is equal to total number of death of neonatal babies in a year divided by total number of live birth occurring in the year multiplied by 1000. So this is called neonatal mortality rate. We'll go finally what is maternal mortality rate, that is called MMR. Note that maternal nothing but the female, the woman, she is a pregnancy, so we can call as maternal mortality rate. What is rough idea maternal mortality rate? By the time of childbirth, mother will die some special causes. And note that what is neonatal mortality, infant maternal mortality, these are the very good indicators all over the world. They are seeing only for these three measures, then decided the how is the medical facility for the nation, and what is the infrastructure, how is the economic activity going on. The deciding only three measures is a very important. What is maternal mortality rate? By the time of childbirth, sometime the mother will die, so that we can call as maternal mortality rate, right? The maternal mortality rate, the formula maternal mortality rate, the formula is equal to total number of death of mother due to childbirth in a year divided by total number of birth in a year multiplied by 1000. I repeat, MMR is equal to total number of death of mother due to childbirth in a year divided by total number of birth in a year multiplied by 1000. What is the definition now? Average number of death among mother due to causes relating to the childbirth per 1000 birth in a year. I repeat, the maternal mortality rate is defined as average number of death among mothers due to causes relating to childbirth per 1000 birth in a year is called maternal mortality rate. Formula: total number of death of mother due to childbirth in a year divided by total number of birth in a year multiplied by 1000. Note that the MMR is equal to total number of death of mother due to childbirth in a year divided by total number of birth in a year multiplied by 1000. So these are the three very good indicators to measure how the nations are giving the people, whether there's a medical facility or shelter or whatever water facility, all the medical activities are. Let me go the example for the all three. In a locality 10,000 live birth occurred, the number of infant death was 450. Find infant mortality rate, right? Note that the locality is given, live birth also given. Then we go that IMR is equal to number of infant death in the year divided by total number of live birth in the year multiplied by 1000. Therefore, IMR is equal to 450 divided by 10,000 into 1000 is equal to 45. 450 is infant they given, number of live birth also given 10,000. We got an answer is 45. Is an important is 45. Similarly, in a locality 3,000 live birth occurred, the number of infants death was 138. Find MMR. Note that live birth is given, infant death also given. Formula: IMR is equal to number of infant death in the year divided by total number of live birth in the year multiplied by 1000. Therefore, IMR is equal to infants was 138, the live birth was 3000 multiplied by 1000, 138 divided by 3000 into 1000, we get 46. So this is the two formula of IMR, and we'll go for NMR based on some. In a particular city, 3000 live birth occurred in a particular year. So the number of neonatal deaths was 90. Find the neonatal mortality rate. Neonatal death is given 90, and in a particular city 3000 live births also given. So because of that, we can call as neonatal mortality rate is equal to number of neonatal death in the year divided by total number of live birth in the year multiplied by 1000. Therefore, 90 divided by 3000 into 1000. 90 is the neonatal and live birth is the 3000. 90 divided by 3000 into 1000 will get 30 there. No, NMR neonatal mortality rate out of 3000 live birth, only neonatal